Welcome to Tups Fly Corner. I'm going to show you to tie my Tups Indispensable Flymph. Now this isn't the real Tups, but it's pretty close. The thread I'm using is Pearl Saw's Primrose. It's a silk thread. Just wind it back to the bend. Break the tip off. For the tail, I use this honey done. It's a hen neck. I don't want much, only about 6 to 8 fibers. Just gonna measure those up. Measure them to the full length of the body. Tie those in on top. I'm just going to wind my thread forward, tying those in. I'm just going to break them off. Now the dubbing mix I use, it's just some pink rabbit with some hare's mask and some white rabbit, and also some pink UV ice dub. Just going to dub a little bit on there. I don't like it too bushy there. Well, that's about good. I only want a little bit of the body showing. Okay, now I'm going to tie my hackle. The hackle I have here is a honey dun. It's a darker honey dun. It's off of a domestic chicken. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to stroke everything back. I cleaned up, stripped that away a little bit there at the butt, but I left this piece on here. It's going to be my handle to wind with. Stroke it back, reveal the tip. I'm just going to catch that tip in there nice and tight. I'm going to fold it back. I still have some dubbing on my thread from the last dubbing that I'm going to just use to finish dubbing. Once I get that tip out of there, I'll grab the tip, hold the thread nice and tight, and you can break the tip off. Just be careful when you do that the thread's tight. And just wind that dubbing up. Leave plenty of room at the head to finish the fly off, especially if you're using the silk threads, because they're pretty fat. I'm just going to fold my hackle back and do a complete turn here in the middle of the thorax. I'm just going to work my way forward with it. I'm just folding the hackle back as I go. I'm going to palm her up towards the front. Folding that hackle back as we go. And once I get up to the front, I'm going to burn up the rest of this feather, giving it a collar hackle. Wind it right up to the eye. Just going to pinch the hackle where I can catch the stem in. Nice and tight. I'm just going to wind back. Break that stem off. All left to do now is whip finish. Do a 3-turn whip. Walk that whip right down to the eye. Nice and tight. thread. And the Tups Indispensable Flymph is done. You got yourself a pretty deadly flymph. Fish these just like you do any other flymph. Lasering lift is a good one, that's for sure. Dead drifting them works just as well too. Any manner of fish in the wets, this fly works. But like I said earlier, it served me very well, and I hope it does you too. I'm Johnny Utah. Check me out on my site, www.utahsflycorner.com. Thanks for watching.